Okay, about to get ready to start. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay, everybody, we're going to be starting shortly. This is the primary stuff to let people know I'm up and running and live. So, want to make sure that the word is out. Hope everybody had a good holiday or about to start their holiday. And this is the stuff you have to go through in order to get the word out and for people to know what you're doing. So these are little things. I have not mastered this portion yet, but I'm getting there. Okay, we're almost ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. I wish I had some music to play during this time, but unfortunately, I don't. So I have to make do for what I have right now, and I'm just right now about to start and everything else. I know people are like, wait, is Smoke starting yet? Is he about to start? And I am about to start, and hope everyone is fine with that. This is how the things get started. It is 7 o'clock, so we are ready to go. Hey everybody, how you doing today? Hope everyone have is being safe out there between Corona. If you're on here on the East Coast or any part of the East Coast, we have a little snowstorm going, so some of you might be tuning in right now and everything else. And I wanted to go live tonight. In the past, I would do live QAs and stuff, and I would post up the link. But what would happen would sometimes people wouldn't get it, and I asked people to subscribe to this channel so people can tune in more. Going into 2021, we're going to do a better job as far as getting that more locked in. Um, and I'll be from time to time checking on my YouTube channel to say what's going on. Magnus, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Um, Hold on, I'm just saying hey to everyone on the QA on the comments thing. So you might be catching this like a couple seconds delay, and that's fine. That's fine. So if I get your questions, we're looking to do maybe a 30-minute QA, and so if I get your questions and all, that's fine. Um, I'm just gonna have this down. Damn. Okay. I know people are like, "Is Smoke on there? Is he live or is he doing anything?" So okay, so I'm just cutting this down because you hear my voice in the background. Um, so like I said, I started doing this. What's up, Jason Griffin? Our visual effects, Knockout Productions, Magnus. People are going to start slowly coming in. So again, thank you for joining me. Um, Lady J, what's going on? How you doing? Um, Again, everyone, I want to thank everyone for coming in, joining this. Uh, Again, it's going to be an interesting episode. Wanted to give people updates on what's going on. We took a couple, like after we filmed episode one, we've been putting out a lot of little things here and there. The cast and crew decided since we were close to the holidays, we're going to take a slight little break and before the holiday. And so I wanted to get a chance. Originally, we were going to do a Christmas special, but I didn't want to rush it, and I didn't want to I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to do something really cool. So moving forward, we're going to be doing a lot of different specials down the road. Some impromptu, some that are going to be just promoting, and we'll be doing it. This is a special episode of the Planetary Diary, so I get a chance to go on live. I was going to do pre-recorded, but I decided not to go pre-recorded. So this is an opportunity for anyone that is out there that's here today that wants to ask questions. Even after this recording, if you still have questions you want to ask, whether it's production wise or anything dealing with the show, or you're a fan of the Orville, this is an opportunity for you to come out and ask questions. We're going to be talking about tonight the future of a planetary diary. I mean, a planetary step and a planetary diary. For those who have not been following, or if you're first time new to this channel is devoted to a lot of different projects I've done in the past, covering my wrestling career, covering my cosplay career, covering my career in doing Comic Cons and hosting. But one of the things of the last year now, almost, yeah, it's been a year now, I've been devoting myself to is focusing on my Orville series, which is a planetary step. In between that, I've had a series in between. I had a series in between called A Planetary Diary, the making of a fan series. And the Planetary Diary is to explain how we do it, how we put the show together, our series together as a fan series. At the same time, interviewing people from the Orville, because we are all fans at the end of the day, all fans of the Orville. And so I've had a lot of different producers. I had some of the actors appear on here, as well as people that were affected by the show, and they're inspired by the show, and also to show people what it's like to put together a fan series behind the scenes and putting it all together. So I wanted to do a little mini documented series in between while we're filming a planetary step, showing everyone like these are the different people behind it, from the writing to visual effects to directing to the music, props, everything. And this is was Planetary Diary is a great way to show how it's all come together. Plus, having different groups on here, Orville fan groups. We're looking to do some stuff next year with Orville Nation. Shout out to you guys and a whole bunch of other great Orville fan clubs and not just fan clubs, but podcast shows and everything. So we're going to be doing a lot in 2021. We already had some I already had some pre-recorded interviews I've done, which we're going to be going into 2021, introducing a lot of these great people. So it's going to be really a blast when we do that. Um, some of the matter of fact, we got some of the cast members that are here on live. So tonight, what we're going to do some updates, and we are we're going to do some updates, and we're going to let everyone know what's coming up for 2021. We are currently in production for a planetary step. We are working on right now. We're in pre-production of working with for episode 2, and moving forward, we've got episode 3 and 4. So we're going to be doing a lot of episodes for next year. I think everybody's going to really enjoy what we got coming up. The writers have been working nonstop. I've been working along with them nonstop, putting together some great episodes. And each episode we do, we get better and better. The one thing I've learned since doing this production, since the pilot episode, I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning a lot as I go and everything else. I've heard a lot of feedback, and this is the one thing I want everyone to understand: when you guys comment, it's great. The positive comments, constructive comments are great. Just understand that this is a production that we're doing. At the end of the day, this is our fan production that showing that our love for the Orville. Some people are going to like it. Some people are going to love it. And then you're going to have some people that, are like, meh, and that's fine too. But at the end of the day, it's about our love for this show. So this is our interpretation taking place in the universe of the Orville. And I have no regrets about it. I'm enjoying it. We are a series that's going to be growing in production, and we're only going to get better as each episode goes. So what's going to be funny is when you look back on the pod episode or episode 1 or any of the episodes prior, each episode is going to outdo the next one because in production value and visual value, because we want to put together a really good series. Writing everything. So, again, we're here to do it for the love of the Orville. We're not doing it for worrying about everyone that's going to not like it. I don't focus on that. I focus on the positive. So just understand that when you come on this YouTube channel, be positive. If you want to suggest or have ideas, we hey, I welcome it. But I'm not going to worry about those people that just want to criticize themselves to make themselves look good, because either one or two things are going to happen. I'll delete your comment or I just ignore you. So understand that we appreciate the mad support that we've been getting in the Orville community, because overall the community has been amazing, and we appreciate all of you that that basically have done a lot for us and showing their love and support. The people that have been critical, it's not like a negative thing. I take everything as a positive, as long as you're doing it and you're saying it for the right reasons. Because again, we have a great crew. We were able to film episode 1 despite around we worked around COVID, and we were able to pull off an episode even though I didn't think we could do it. And if you watch the episode 1, you will see the pod episode took place pre COVID. So what you see in the pilot episode, that was pre-COVID. Episode 1, Halloween special, are COVID. Like, this is during the time of COVID. So I had to be very choosy on how to film it. Some people were like, "Well, I noticed that this, that, and the other with the episode and all." if you really think about it, we were able to film working around COVID and trying to maintain the social distancing thing. I think there's only one episode. I mean, in episode one, there's one scene that, because both parties were COVID covered and everything else, that we were able to pull off and all. And it wasn't a congested area. Shout out to some more people that just tuned in again. Orville Nation, Alyssa, check out her channel. She has a great channel. Um, she does a lot of great interviews. Check out my girl, Lady J, who's one of our cast members, Magnus. And and also big shout out to JP from Orville Nation. Big shout out to him and his channel. If you haven't checked out his channel or Orville Nation, make sure you subscribe to their channels. Alyssa's channel, make sure you subscribe. Anything that's dealing with the Orville, any Orville Nation, Orville 24/7, Orville Experience, all those channels. Make sure you subscribe and like their channels and spread the word, because the Orville Nation is growing in itself. Like the Orville fandom itself is growing. Um, but getting back to what I was saying, producing wise, we really been working hard, and so I was really happy that we were able to pull off episode one. Were there a lot of things I learned from this episode? Of course. Are we going to get better as a series? Yes. I learned everything working with the producers. Shout out to Jason from J1 Con. I mean J1 Studios. I'm saying J1 Con. Jason is known for his J1 Con shows and all that I've been a part of. Special shout out to him. Special shout out to Jason, Knockout Production Studios. He does an amazing job with the visuals for the ship. He's also one of my tech advisors. Shout out to Adam with his Luma Productions company. He composes the music. To my writers, Brian Terranova and Brian Lessick. And to my amazing cast, William J., Jamila Howard, Kelly Davis, Adia Moran, Magnus Hammerhand, Joe Colton, Vance Major Owens, John Royster. That's just to name a few of the cast members. We got so many more cast members coming, special surprise guests. So I have been really fortunate enough to have a great cool crew. Shout out to Aaron Lunger, who does all my props. So we've been working really to try to bring out the best quality of this series. Um, it's great that the producers from the Orville itself, like Tom Constantino and Brooke Noska, who support our show. We know that a lot of the cast and everything know about our series, so which is great. It's great that we're showing our love for the show, because the most important thing is at the end of the day, we're getting ready for season 3 of the Orville, which is now back in production. They're starting to film again during this COVID time, and Seth is making sure that everything is like by the book, text by the book for COVID and stuff, which I think is awesome. So they're right now filming as we speak. So congratulations to them on getting back to set, and we are getting ready for season 3 for Hulu. So we're really excited as a fandom for the Orville. We're really excited. Um, and again, these we've been working really hard. So I want to keep that momentum going. One of the things that we're doing for 2021 is that we're creating a Facebook fan page. So not only will we have like stuff here on the YouTube channel, but we're going to have stuff on our Facebook Planetary Step fan page. And on that page, we'll be able to promote different podcast shows or YouTube channel shows devoted and dedicated to the Orville. Not only that, but we have our stuff, interviews and everything that will be all posted on there, the episodes. So we're right now, Jason Griffin and I are currently working really hard on getting that page together. Jason Richardson and I have been sitting down, since Jason is our series director. We have been working, really hard to try to put together a really great episode for episode 2. We got a lot of surprises for episode 2. We can't wait for you guys to see what we got cooking. We're probably looking to film sometime early in the new year, probably maybe February, depending on how weather is and stuff. We're already starting to do table reads, so things are moving along good. We had a good production meeting. So there's a lot of things that are coming along. People think that it's easy to film, and you have to understand, I'm not doing any crowdfunding. This is coming all out of my pocket. I'm doing this because I have a straight up love for the series. And so people think that, oh, is it crowdfunded? No, it's not crowdfunded. It's coming all out of my pocket, and I'm doing putting together just having a great crew to be able to have all together, just to be able to bring everyone together. Now, the one thing about our planetary diary that people have to understand that we're going to be taking a hiatus until January 20th. January 20th, we make a return with our very first interview of the year. And so we'll be making announcements on that in the upcoming weeks. I'll be probably posting something probably in another week after holiday. I'll be making an announcement who our first guest is on the planetary diary for 2021. In between that time, we'll be sharing new updates on what we're doing behind the scenes, as far as some behind the scene bloopers from episode one, um, and interviewing some of the cast members, doing some live uh, interviews and everything to talk about what it was like putting together episode one, the ups and downs, and just trying to really put an episode one Halloween special. So we're going to get more in depth, deep dive. We're looking to have more special guests, make some cameo appearances as far as a planetary diary. A planetary step, we are currently working on a lot. We got a lot of new cast announcements as far as special guests who are going to be appearing on the series. Because I get that a lot lately. Everybody's been like, hey, I would love to show up on the show. And I'm like, hey, we can work out something during this COVID time. We're going to be working around all that stuff. And so I basically wanted to come on here and thank all of you out there for making episode series, our planetary step episode series, a hit. With the most important thing is that I ask all of you is to help spread the word for my YouTube channel, the Smoke 007, and to get your friends and family to subscribe to this channel. See all the new updates that are coming up on this channel. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. The one thing is I try to get the word out, but we know this algorithm can be funny. It can be very funny at times to try to work. So I try to get as much as I can out there. We're looking to do, like I said, really a lot more for next year. And we right now currently have the series poster, which is another thing. We put out the first poster done by Crisscross. We're going to be doing some special giveaways next year for 2021. So stay tuned more for that, more information to come. Um, and like I said again, we got a lot of stuff coming on. We got Listen on here. She's live right now. Shout out to her. Um, Jason is on here. So right now, what I'm going to do for the next 5-10 minutes, um, take any questions that anyone may want to have. I'm looking right now. If it's a couple minutes delay, it's only because of the fact that I'm like, oh wait. So I'm going to try to stay on here for an additional 10 more minutes because I didn't want to make this long. I didn't want to bore people to death because after a while, we know that people tend to watch and they're like, yeah, and then they're like, okay, it starts to trickle and die down. So I want to make sure that everyone also are going to have a great holiday and make sure you guys are safe out there. For my friends that are here on the East Coast, and while it's snowing and all, again, I want you guys to definitely be careful out there, be safe. The one thing I want to say is a special shout out to Seth MacFarlane, Tom Constantino, John Kassar, Brooke Noska, and the entire cast and crew from Jay Lee to uh, Scott Grimes. I mean, to all you guys out there, who the cast and crew of the Orville and the production staff and crew, and everyone out there who's trying to put and working hard to put season 3 together. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you guys for inspiring us to put out all this great content and positive content. Shout out to Orville Nation. From day one, and Eagle Tastic Fun Time, from day one, they've been major supporters of this channel, of this series, of this show. So I want to, send a special shout out to them. Special shout out to the Seventh Rule and Aaron Eisenberg. May rest in peace, brother. Because again, part of the series is dedicated to also to Aaron Eisenberg, and again, I just want to thank all of you out there, to the fans, not just the Orville fans, but the fans that we're developing with this series and with this show. And a special shout out to my entire cast and my production crew. Uh, Jason, both Jason Griffin and Richardson, thank you, because they have been really keeping me in check. Um, the one thing is, I try to be as somewhat transparent when it comes to production end. I'm learning a lot between the both of them, and both of them have been really a big help to me. Um, Aaron, Adam Mullen, who does the music. He's an amazing music composer, and he does a great job. Brian Terranova and Brian Lessick have been working their hearts and souls into the stories and scripts. Between JP, Jason, and Adam, who have been my tech advisors for the series, to make sure that we stay true to the Orville, making sure we all hit the beats, because all of us are immediate Orville fans. So we want to make sure Jason, with his visual eyes, as far as visual vision of what he wants to do with the series, as series director. So we really are working hard to make sure that we do something different. We're doing our thing in the Orville universe, but we're doing our own story, our own series. So again, we've been working real hard. The one thing about the ship, about the Eisenberg, it's going to be going through a lot of changes. As you watch the series, you'll notice that the ship is going by a lot of different changes. We are Jason Griffin of Knockout Productions has been working real hard on the ship's design, to make it more of our own, to have our own look and own style, while making sure we stay within the confines of the Planetary Union. And so that's going to be a really, really great thing. You'll see, you'll be like, wow. But we're also paying homage to a lot of the sci-fi that came before us, because of our love for the series. Um, and so, like I said again, let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah. No, I like what you said, Rob. Yeah, Aaron was great. Aaron is such a great guy. Um, if I notice, I notice some of the questions are coming through the feed chat, so I'm trying to like look at them as I'm talking to everyone. But shout out to you, Rob. Thank you for kind words on Aaron. Um, Chris, Chris is asking, what restrictions are there for creating an Orville fan film, or is it less constricting creating? I think for to answer your question, Chris, I think for because one, we're not crowdfunding this, and this is coming out of our pocket. We are we are allowed, because that was the one thing that we wanted to make sure that we weren't going to break any rules. But so far, we've been, given the thumbs up. Um, so we're not restricted, um, but we're not making any money off of this. This is the one thing people got to realize. This is an IP. It's not something we own. We're showing our love for a series where we're not making any profit off of it, other than entertaining the masses and having something to share. And also, it helps the production staff. If they want to put a reel together, they can show this is the body of work, this is the kind of stuff we've done, and everything else, from writing to acting and everything. So it's a great jumping board for people that want to show off their talent and be able to show great work, and also their love and fandom for this series. With Star Trek, for a lot of people that don't know, I have a Star Trek series called Trek Isolation. We were really starting up with, we were really kicking it off. We had Stan Lee appear in our series, which, again, Stan Lee has not ever done any Star Trek production. We were the only production that he ever got a chance to do. So, before once the restrictions hit, we kind of started backing away. Before, so we didn't get pinged or anything. We were working with Farragut Productions for Starship Farragut. We were a spinoff of Starship Farragut, and so, after we did a couple episodes, we did four Trek Isolation episodes. We kind of decided at the time that we would probably come back and revisit. We just had to regroup because of the story, because of the where we were going with the series. We had to redesign on how to go about it. So we may come back and visit that. But for right now, my all my energies and everything is focused on the Orville, since we've been having a lot of support of the series and of the show. So we've been fortunate enough to make to not get hit with any, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And again, we're not making any money off of this nonprofit. We're not making any money. We're not raising capital. This is all for the love. My t-shirts, for example, and all I give away because of the fact that it's my way of showing my love for the fans and the support that we get. Again, the fact that we get acknowledged from not just the fans, the show and all, that to me is the biggest payoff you can ever imagine and stuff. Um, let's see. Let's see. Um, Alyssa asked about bringing up making a soundtrack. That's something that I'll probably discuss with Adam. See, Adam kind of answered that, but yeah, that's something we could consider. That's something we can consider. I think people would get, really enjoy it. And by the way, if I miss any of the questions, forgive me. I love that these questions are coming in, so we're moving along and all. Yeah, Orville Nation is awesome. These guys, if you haven't tuned into their channel. They cover everything in sci-fi. I'm looking to come back on Orville Nation show. They embraced me. They welcomed me with open arms. Between Orville Nation and then you got Egotastic Fun Time, which again, that was one of the springboards for me to want to do fan film and collaborating with JP. PJ from Orville Nation is amazing. So Alicia asked, will I ever do open casting for some of the people, for friends in the community? That's a good idea. I had thought about it with COVID. It kind of I was looking to do something on a large scale at one point, but with COVID, it kind of restricted me. But I do have a couple ideas. Having Vance Major Owen on my series as playing as the Admiral Menard. It was all because Vance and I have been friends for years. Vance does a lot of he does a lot of Star Trek fan shorts and fan films and all. He works his butt off on it. So when Vance did one of the first, to me, besides our series, he was one of the first ones to plant his feet wet and doing a little mini Orville short, the Marianas Trench. When I originally found that out, I went to Vance and said, "Well, Vance and I've known each other for a couple of years." And I said, "Well, Vance, I want you to, would like for you to play in our, like, cast in our series." If Vance was jumping on the board, he was like, "Yeah, I'm totally down with that," and it just worked out really good. Vance is a great guy. And also, he's another person. Make sure you support his channel. Um, Vance Major Owens. He's a great channel. Um, and so um, I'm looking to possibly do some open casting, maybe via through telescreens, depending on the areas that people live in. We definitely, if we do some stuff, it's going to probably be outside stuff and everything else. So it's something I'm considering. I have to talk with the production crew as far as casting wise, how we would go about that. Um, let's see. Let's see. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate your comment. Um, okay, so Orville Nation, will there be someone from Yafet's race on Eisenberg? That may be some cheap ways to do this. Yeah, there might be. Well, the thing is, with our series, we're going to have a couple different nods to the Orville. Even though we're doing our own thing, there are going to be a couple things that you see on the series that the series hasn't touched on that we may do. But the thing is, you never know. We might have somebody that may look familiar from the series, but not directly from the series, but maybe a species or maybe a character in relation to someone from the Orville. There's always that possibility. The possibilities are endless because we have a sandbox to work with. So the possibilities are endless with our series. And the one thing I want to encourage is I want to encourage everyone out there, if you have a way to put together your own Orville fan series, I cannot stress that would be awesome for anyone out there. Anybody out there that wants to do it, you can do it. You know, if we were able to do it, you guys can do it. So again, I strongly did this way we build up the fandom, we build up the legend of the Orville and the universe itself. So I think it'd be great world building. Um, and we're some of the people that springboard it to expand it, and that's great. That's I think that would be awesome. So yeah, the possibilities are endless with this series. With a planetary diary, the one thing with a planetary diary, when we do these little mini documented episodes and introducing writers or introducing cast members or people from from the series and all. We had Jay Lee on. I had an interview with Jay Lee, and we talked about stuff that's coming up. I had John Cassar on, and him being the series director, talking about season 3, having Brooke Noska or Tom Constantino and talking about the series. We're looking to do a lot more for 2021. We got another actor that appeared on the Orville that will be coming out. We'll be making that announcement for the January 20th episode. January 20th, we return back to YouTube Wednesday at 7 p.m. We have a new episode debuting for 2021, and that is on January 20th. So mark it down your calendar. January 20th, we return Planetary Diary, the making of a fan series returns on January 20th, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Planetary Step, the series, the Orville fan series, will be making a comeback for episode 2 in 2021, early 2021. So you're going to be stay tuned for that. So those people that want to know, oh, when is the next episode? Episode 2 is coming. We already have the episode series plot out and everything. Now it's just a matter of us sitting down and start doing table reads and getting ready to start filming. I'm excited about that. We're all excited about that. The episode is going to be a very special episode for a lot of different reasons. Trust me, when I say we put out episode 2, all you guys out there will be talking about episode 2. Trust me, because it hasn't been really done before, and we're trying to beat certain people to the punch. I'll just say it like that. You'll see when you see this episode. Um, let's see. So Alyssa asks, will we have a website the so we're not selling I'm be more or less giving stuff away. I have limited edition shirts like this right here for the Eisenberg. We'll be having limited editions for strictly for the fans of the series. So we're going to be doing giveaways next year. Those fans that help promote this channel, that help promote our series, we're going to be doing special giveaways. So more information will be coming out, and stuff like this hat here. We'll be doing like special giveaways. But I'm not making money off of this. So I just want to do something to give back to the fans, for the fans to have exclusives like t-shirts and stuff like that. So yes, we'll be doing stuff like that, but only through giveaways. We're not selling to make money. We're basically giving away to show appreciation. So that's one thing I want to say. Um, Thank you, Orville Nation. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much. Again, for those who don't know, if you have not become a subscriber to Orville Nation, make sure you go after this live interview, go to Orville Nation's page. Make sure you hit subscribe, like all the stuff they're putting out. They just did great interviews. They do a lot of stuff live. It's always consistently live. You never know when Orville Nation puts out something new and have a special guest showing up and everything else. Egotastic Fun Time is another great series. Support JP's channel. He's got a great channel. Orville Nation, Egotastic Fun Time, Alyssa's channel. Make sure Alyssa Victoria Parker's channel. Make sure you subscribe. She's growing. Her channel is growing and everything else, and is only getting better each time. Every time she's doing something, she's very creative. Um, Again, Orville 24/7. They have a page dedicated to the Orville and anything and everything that's going on with the Orville, with the fans and everything. I do know that they made some creation announcements for next year here in the Jersey area. Since I'm on the East Coast, they're going to have some of the cast members appear. So I hope to be out at some of these creation events. Um, Whenever Comic Cons get started again, the one thing is we will have panels. I am looking to, because I did a lot of panels in the past. We are looking to do a live panel where we're going to have cast come out. We do the meet and greets of the cast, signing and giving away posters and stuff like that. So there's a lot that we're doing for 2021. But because of COVID, we have to play it by ear with Comic Cons and appearances and all. But we are going to be doing a lot more and hopefully more engaged with the fans out there for next year. Um, let's see. Yes, that's right. That's right. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and like. I'm looking at some of the questions here. Thank you, Rob. Um, yeah, as Jason said, this we're a small channel. The one thing is, again, I know I do this because I have a love for this for the Orville. It's small, but we are something that's going to be growing and working. So we know that the algorithms can be really funny and really dicey and all. So we just got to do and make do. That's why we're expanding with not just YouTube, but we're going to be doing stuff with Facebook. We're going to be doing some stuff probably even with TikTok because I have a TikTok channel. And Instagram, of course, and stuff. So we're going to be doing a lot of live stuff. The major thing is also tune into my page on Twitter. That's the smoke 000. That's the smoke 000 on my Twitter page, where I will be making a lot of announcements dealing with the series stuff before even we even put it out there and stuff. So it's all about everyone showing their love and support. But again, you know, it's a matter of also promoting this page and trying to get the. And a lot of people are going to catch this late. Some people will be catching this later on today, and they're like, "Oh my god, I didn't know he was live." It's fine. Trust me, it happens. It's all good. It's definitely all good. So we have been 30 minutes in. Um, Tink, welcome to the show. Um, we love how much you love this Orville. Thank you, thank you. Yes, the Orville to me has been a great show. I mean, Seth MacFarlane is hitting all the buttons right. He has the right kind of production crew. He has the right cast. The guest stars. I cannot wait for season three. There's going to be a lot of surprises coming up with Orville. Some of the stuff that I was being told about was coming up in season three. I'm excited. I can't talk about it, but I'm excited. Um, if you haven't, check out some of my prior interviews with Tom Constantino, Brooke Noska, John Kazar, Jay Lee, Peter Macon. Check out some of the stuff, some of the interviews I've done, plus the interviews with other cast members and everything else from the show and the people behind it. And like I said again, it's been really, it's been really what you call it. Yeah, and make sure you give a lot of thumbs up for this episode here of a Planetary Diary. Um, Again, shout out to Jason Richardson and Jason Griffin. Jason has been working real hard with the visual effects. He's taught me a couple different things. At the same time, the one thing about this group is like a family. So you're going to have moments where, some people are going to be like, "Hey, you need to do it like this," and that's what it's all about. It's all about humbling yourself and being able to listen to different ideas and suggestions to make a better show. That's the one thing about this group. Everyone has something to bring to the table, and everyone is a captain, a leader in their own right. So the one thing about me as the person that created the series, I take all that in, but at the same time, I have a sharp enthusiasm to this series. So a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, he's so," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's because I have a passion for this show." And again, everyone is doing it because they just believe in what we're doing and they really support it. So that's important. That's important. Um, Yes, they were. From the one thing I will say about the Orville season three, season three is going to be like every episode is going to be like a mini movie. If everybody loved what you saw in the Mandalorian, take the Mandalorian and throw it up four more notches, five more notches, and treat it like an isolated, his own contained movie. That's how every episode of the Orville is going to be for season three on Hulu. So imagine the possibilities you could do with a movie every week that comes out on Hulu. You got a new episode that's going to be like a movie. So to me, I think that's going to be great. Um, let's see. Oh, also, Alyssa, Orville Nation, on this feed, make sure you put your link out on the page here so people can see your link on the feed, so people can tune in and subscribe to your channel. Okay, so we are almost at a close time. I want to see if anyone else has any more questions, um, because now we're starting to build up the momentum, which is always good, which is always great. I always love it when people are coming in and like, "Oh my God, you're here! Wait, you're live!" And I'm about to close up shop, and I'm like, "Well, you know what? I'll stay on a little bit longer." So I think it's awesome, and like I said again, I think it's great. I think it's great. But like I was saying to everyone that's here on the chat, if you have links that you want people to see your works and everything, please put it on this chat. I welcome it so people can subscribe to your channel. We're going to pick a day where we have an episode for a Planetary Diary, a fan appreciation episode where we have Orville Nation, Egotastic Fun Time, different Orville fan uh, sites or pages coming together on one episode and everyone promoting their pages and talking about their love and their fandom for the Orville and talking about the Orville. So let's see what questions we have. I'm going to take a few more because when you're live, stuff comes and trickle in late, and then you're like, "Oh crap!" Like I didn't know this question came in. Um, do you think? Okay, okay. But yeah, I think it's great. You guys out there, like I said again, the other thing about this series about Planetary Step that I love is like a lot of us are all from different areas. We not Some of us are not on the East Coast. Well, some of us are, but some of us live like we based the production out of Philadelphia, but you have other people from Florida, Minnesota, Minneapolis, Maryland, um, even Kansas, that come from all different parts, just to put this together. So I think that's great. Um, I think that's awesome. Let's see, everyone. So okay, so listen, I'm going to take this. See, we have any more questions before I come off? And the one thing I will say, dang, I have to do it next time. One thing I will say is that definitely show your love and support to all the fandoms out there that show their love and support for the Orville. Um, so again, shout out to Chris Cross. And one thing I also want to give to is to Chris Cross, the artist who does all of our artwork for A Planetary Step. This is his artwork right here, right here. It's one of the art pieces he did. Um, and if you haven't checked out our poster, check out the poster. Again, we're coming back with our Facebook channel on Facebook, and we're going to be having a couple other things going on. We're going to probably put together possibly Instagram fan page as well. So we're in talks about it right now. The key thing is making sure that the channel stays fresh and everything else. So there's a lot of things that we're going to be doing for next year. Um, I'm still learning all the terminology here. Orville Nation said wrench. Okay, so I'm trying to, again, because I'm live, I don't want to mess up anything. This is the reason why I'm going to be having little things, and the cool thing is while you guys are watching this, and as you follow, you'll see this channel grow production wise and everything else. It's a process growing. You guys can look back on the early episodes and say, yeah, remember when they did this? Like even right now, I'm not using green screen backdrop because this was a live and impromptu QA. I wanted to do something where it was just me at home, relaxing, didn't have to put up anything special. Now, future episodes there'll be more stuff coming up, but I wanted to just get back to basics. You see the Eisenberg right here, the early days of the Eisenberg from the early episodes and stuff. So, like I said again, we got a lot of surprises coming up for yeah, because again, you guys got to show me some of this stuff. I got a couple of surprises coming for next year, so just stay tuned. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm very excited. So, any thoughts on Doctor Who Orville crossover? I have to sit down with my writers to see anything is possible. Anything is possible. It will probably be a special episode, and like any crossover episodes or something like that, they would be considered special episode. Something that can be shot with the right people and the right writing. Yeah, we could pull it off easy. As long as I get a live, as long as I have a full on TARDIS in the episode, that's a requirement. Good question, Terno, but that's a requirement. That's a requirement. Let's see. Um, I'm trying to. Oh, Tristan. Okay, everyone. So while we're on here live, I have my nephew who is my godson. His birthday was a couple days ago. Him and his brother. Can you all wish my nephew who's on here live right now, Tristan Picardo, a happy birthday? He is right now live here, and now you talk about casting. That's somebody who I'm going to probably cast to play my younger self when we do an episode of me in the past. We'll probably have him play as my younger self. It's crazy because we all look alike, and he's just got all of his hair. He's got this curly hair. Him and my nephew both, and I'm like, I miss my hair. I miss my hair. But can you, yeah, guys, please wish my nephew Tristan a happy birthday. He's on here. That was a nice little surprise that he showed up on here and everything. And the funny thing is, my daughter's birthday is in what is it, next week? So getting ready for her birthday. So like I said again, I just love it. Thank you guys. Thank you. I hope Tristan. I hope you see that. Where is my? Where's my? Oh, it's over there somewhere. Oh, it's right here. You know, Tristan's like, oh, what? Oh. Yeah, love you, Tristan. Love you, man. We're gonna have you on our series as well. But again, guys, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. You guys, that will make Tristan. Make sure you say thank you to everyone out there that's wishing you a happy birthday. If you look at the feed, Tristan, you'll see Tristan just turned uh 14. So him and his brother Brandon turned 14 and stuff. So and it's really crazy because this hearing my nephew's voice where before it used to be hi Uncle Eric, now it's like hey Uncle Eric, how's it going? I'm like what the so it's surreal when you hear when you hear the voice. Oh man, but yeah guys, again, we're doing a lot of stuff that's coming up for the episode. There's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of surprises that we're going to be doing for 2021. As I said, we're going to be doing the premiere episode of A Planetary Diary on Wednesday, January 20th at 7 p.m. live. Well, not live, but we're going to have a new episode. I won't say live because it'll be pre-recorded, but you guys get the hint. But yeah, like I said again, you guys have been awesome tonight. I'm really enjoying this. It's nice that my Brandon. Okay, and everyone, my other nephew Brandon, they're twins. Um, he just showed up on here. So can we wish Brandon a happy birthday as well? His twin brother, Tristan's twin brother. He said, I'm gonna be here like 2 minutes. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, Chris, you understand. You understand the plights. You totally understand. And yeah, because a lot of people don't know I'm a twin. I have a twin sister. So she has twin boys. My oldest brother has twin girls. So twins do run in my family. And my twin, she's very talented in her own right. And she was, again, I can go on and talking about that, but yeah, it's interesting when you have a twin. People's like, or we were called the Wonder Twins growing up and all, and people were like, "Do you feel what she feels? Do you think the same thing that she thinks?" And all this stuff. So I think it's funny. Um, yeah, like I said again, so it's cool to be a twin. It's cool to be a twin. I think my daughter, and it's funny when I look at my daughter, she could be like my twin. Like everybody thinks she's on. I'm like, no, she's my daughter. But I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. Um, so, like I said again, guys, we're gonna be bringing this to a close. Um, we've been on here for almost an hour. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Shout out to all the fans of the Orville from Orville Nation Egotastic Fun Time, Alyssa, Victoria Parker. Make sure you subscribe to their channels. To my cast and crew of A Planetary Step, Jason, Jason Griffin, Jason Richardson, um, Brian Terranova, Brian Lessick, to my Adam Mullen, to the cast and crew of the Orville, Seth MacFarlane, and all the cast members, the production end, from Tom Constantino to Brooke Noska, John Kazar, and the list goes on and on. Thank you guys to the fandoms that are out there. Orville Nation, as I said, Orville 24/7, Alyssa, Egotastic Fun Time, and every other Orville fan base out there. Thank you to my cast, uh, my awesome cast: Jamila, Adia, Magnus, Kelly, and Will. Thank you guys again. I cannot wait to do more episodes. To my two nephews that just joined us, love you guys. Can't wait for you guys to somewhat find a way to write you guys in the storyline or something. I got to come up with something really good. Um, that's right. Last chance to hit that button. The most important thing is let your friends and your family know about this channel. Hit subscribe, hit like, spread the word. We return to YouTube on January 20th with a new episode of A Planetary Diary at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And make sure you stay tuned for announcements for our Facebook page that's going to be opening up soon. And stay tuned for updates and everything on my Twitter page, the Smoke Double Zero. So my Twitter page is the Smoke 0000, 3 zeros. Okay. And most importantly, guys, make sure you have a safe and peaceful holiday. Let's end off the year on a high note. And as I always end off all my shows and episodes, make every step you take a planetary one. See you next year and have a great holiday, everyone.